All right, welcome back to Mile High Hoops. Today we're talking about the Timberwolves. This is going to be the season preview for the Timberwolves. We've still got a lot of teams left to go, so like, subscribe, all that jazz. So, of course, we got to start with Rudy Gobert trade first. We're very late to the party on that. So, Timberwolves receive Rudy Gobert. They gave up Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverley, Leandro Bolmaro, Walker Kessler, the 22nd pick in the draft. I'm not much of a draft guy lately, so I don't have a big gauge on him right now. And then also Jared Vanderbilt, which I think is probably the worst thing they could have gave up, other than the 8 million picks. So Walker Kessler was technically one first round pick. Then there's the 2023rd, 2025th, 2026 is a pick swap. 2027, 2029, and to my understanding, all those are unprotected. Of course, other than the pick swap is a swap. But as far as what they get, Rudy Gobert for that much, you look at that package and think that you're getting like a 28-year-old Kevin Durant or something. Other than like the fact like the young players aren't wonderful. Losing Malik Beasley is fine. I mean, he's good offensively, shooting threes, creating a little bit. He's a shorter guard, which doesn't exactly help defensively, and their defense sucked. And then losing him maybe helps. Maybe it's addition by subtraction. Beverly, we all know who Patrick Beverly is. He's a dog on defense. Offensively, he'll shoot it a little bit. He'll run a tiny bit of pick and roll, grab a couple rebounds. Losing him sucks for them, especially defensively. I don't know even who Balmaro is, to be honest. Vanderbilt, though, crazy good defender. He was pretty much defending 1 through 5, maybe not the bigger centers, but he was like a Walmart great value version of Jonathan Isaac, and he was a couple years younger. So sucks for them to lose him, but whatever. Those first round picks really suck because now at this point they have no options to trade anything to get better unless it's one of the key guys. But anyways, with Gobert on the team now, Karl Anthony Towns is the power forward. I'm sure there's going to be times where one of them is not on the court and either one's going to be playing center. But for the most part, Cat's going to be playing power forward. But still, going back to Rudy Gobert, he is the anchor on the defense. He's kind of what they needed Cat to be defensively, but he should fit well with them. The issue I see is now who is defending anybody on the Timberwolves? Pretty much nobody. Hopefully Anthony Edwards can kind of become a clamp at some point. He's got all the physical tools too, but D'Lo's not guarding anybody. Whoever they put at the small forward probably won't be guarding anybody. Cat's definitely not guarding anybody. And so we might have the Jazz 2.0 where people are just blowing by every perimeter defender. So hopefully they can kind of scheme things up in a way that's a little bit better. Maybe hopefully everybody can improve defensively a little bit, but we'll have to see. Now on to Cat. Cat is the largest frustration point on this team to me. He just continues to just throw nonsense out about how good he is and then not show it on the court. I mean, he's had some great games, but who doesn't have great games every once in a while when you're an all-star? Like, dude isn't even the best center in the league, not even close. So he needs to chill out with all this stuff about how he's the best offensive big man now, not just the best shooting big man ever. Like, go watch Jimmy High Roller's video on ya, dog. Like, you're basically Ryan Anderson. That's 7 foot tall and maybe a little bit thicker. So he needs to get out of here with all that nonsense. But with him at the 4, we could see a side of Cat that we haven't seen before. Like, just because I'm hating doesn't mean I'm not rooting for him. I hope he does a lot better than what he has shown so far. If he was out there putting up like 30 and 12 with a block or two, hitting like 8 threes a game, he would never hit 8 threes a game. But if he could take like 10 or 11 and hit like 4.5, that'd be sick for him. And like he has the ability to do it now because he's not the center. And but the thing that I'm thinking about is dude's not even the best player on his team, even the best offensive player. Anthony Edwards. Yeah, Anthony Edwards is so above and beyond way better than he is right now. Anthony is pulling up in transition on threes, blowing by everybody. He's a better defender than Cat is. Well, that doesn't really say much, but he is. I think Anthony Edwards' value is higher. If someone wanted to trade for either of them, Anthony Edwards would be a much larger package at this point. Now on to D'Lo. I kind of think the Gobert trade's going to affect D'Lo more than Cat, especially in the sense that he's got a new pick and roll partner and one that is way more vertically inclined to be a threat at the rim. So, like, hopefully the Timberwolves scheme to actually pass Rudy Gobert the ball, which the Jazz did not. I don't think Rudy is some incredible paint scorer or anything by any means, but if he can catch it in a short roll and look at some shooters like Cat, maybe Bryn Forbes, Torian Prince, of course, Ant-Man, and I forgot earlier when I was saying small forwards, Kyle Anderson now. It will take him a month and a half of paid vacation to get that shot off, but hopefully there's enough space with Gobert catching it in the paint, actually, to let him get that shot off. But it should help the offense flow pretty well. And Rudy can just dunk it. He really can't do anything other than dunk it. You don't expect him to be putting any like little baby hooks or anything up because his touch around the rim is abysmal. Okay, so now on to playoffs. The issue I see with them when they get to the playoffs, which I think they will, is that there's only about 8 or so guys that I think that they could play in the playoffs, and that's assuming that everyone's healthy, and that's like D'Lo, Ant-Man, Kyle Anderson, maybe Bryn Forbes, maybe Torian Prince, Austin Rivers, Gobert, Towns. That might have been only 7, maybe Nas Reed, but they're going to have injuries. Every team does. It's a battle of who's the healthiest by the end. But the thing also is that offensively in the playoffs, they were pretty terrible at a 105.8 rating, which was 13th, and they were perfectly in the middle of the pack defensively at 111.7. So maybe Gobert helps them defensively. I already kind of laid out how in the pick and roll he can maybe help offensively, which is a weird thing to be saying that Gobert could help offensively. But I think in a world where they scheme correctly, where he's catching, I'm repeating myself, but you get the gist. They're going to have the same issues that the Jazz did, I think, where Gobert really can't be played in playoffs. People are going to take advantage of him. If they run into the Warriors, Steph Curry's going to cook all over them in pick and roll switches. And the Suns will probably do the same thing with Chris Paul, Devin Booker, whoever's doing it. LeBron will abuse them. The Pelicans at this point, when they run into them, if they do, CJ McCollum's going to be cooking. Brandon Ingram's going to be cooking. Especially if they run into the Mavericks, Luka Doncic is going to have a field day on them. They need to do something. Hopefully by the deadline they could make some sort of move for some sort of defender. That's all you can really hope for them at this point. I mean, they're going to be good. They're going to be good, just not great. I do expect around 50 wins. You're gonna be hearing that a lot. There's a lot of good teams that are gonna be right around 50 wins. One of these teams could have an injury and fall down, and that's just the name of the game, and you really can't predict it. So, all right, and so too long didn't read. Anthony Edwards will get better. D'Lo hopefully can improve. He's still kind of young. Cat might blossom. Their depth sucks. Rudy Gobert might not be able to be played in the playoffs. But if you made it this far, thank you so much for listening. I'm gonna hopefully be trying to upload as many times a week as I can. Hopefully these videos should get better. I might start using a face cam or something at some point. I just want to make these better, and any feedback I can get would be great. And so, yeah, thank you again. Like and subscribe and all that crap that YouTubers say. And stay tuned for the next one. I'm out.